Welcome back to New England Living. I'm Rachel Holt. Up next, we're heading to downtown Boston to visit with Mikko Nissinen, Artistic Director of the Boston Ballet. You've been the Artistic Director for over 20 years now. How have you aimed to transform Boston Ballet over that time?
It's very important for me that we are the gatekeepers of the art form. At the same time, we have to be really, really rooted in this community. And the problem with me is that I like quality. So, it's like getting the dancers used to all different productions of different genres, from classical ballet to neoclassical to contemporary dance, because it's very important that we're relevant for today's people. So then you start that process of exposing your audiences, developing your dancers, and yes, it's been over 20 years and we're in a very good place.
Give us an idea of all the work that's going on behind the scenes. What does it take to be a member of Boston Ballet?
There's only about 5 major companies in North America. You have to be a really strong classical dancer, you have to be very musical, and then you have to be incredibly versatile. The versatility is one of the qualities that we probably demand more than any other company.
One day you'll be doing something where you're rolling around on the floor and it's super abstract and contemporary, and then the next day the ladies have to put their pointe shoes back on, the men are partnering, and you're a prince or you're this lead figure in a classical ballet. So you have to be able to shift and adapt at any moment.
Company class starts 9:45, hour and a half of training, half an hour in the bar, half an hour in the center, and half an hour of progressive dancing. Before that, individual dancers get ready for a class, either hour or half an hour, getting mentally and physically ready. After that, it's 3 hours of rehearsals, program-specific rehearsals, 1 hour lunch break, another 3 hours of rehearsals. That's a regular day when we don't have a performance.
When you're taking on classics like the Nutcracker or Swan Lake, how are you keeping these productions fresh?
Well, I think Nutcracker is the perfect example because we do the production so much. It's a gateway to this art form. So many people see Nutcracker as the first time. It represents classical ballet, it's engaging. I also made it technically very difficult. Every dancer has to be on their toes to just get through it and try to excel in it. That's the trick.
Since Mikko has taken over from 2001, he's really expanded the range of the pieces that Boston Ballet does. So the audience kind of gets a little, kind of platter of what dance is. And Mikko really curates that by building the programs out every year to cater to the person who's never seen ballet before, the person who's watched ballet for 20 years, so that there is almost like this little kind of appetizer and entree and dessert for everyone in the audience.
You've been a dancer with Boston Ballet for 5 years now. Give us an idea what it takes to dance with this company.
It takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of effort, because the rigor to be a ballet dancer is very tough. I mean, it's something that I feel like you have to be made for, because it's going to require you to give so much of your time, it's going to require you to sacrifice. And so I think that alone is actually what it takes beyond all of the training that you have to do.
Another integral part of any Boston Ballet performance is wardrobe, led by Director of Costume Howard Merlin.
First we talked with Mikko, and he gives us a rep of what his desire is for costuming. My job is to make sure that either we build the costumes or we rent costumes from other companies. When someone says, well, it's a little tight here when I do an arabesque, or when I'm lifting my partner, it's really tight within the arms, I give guidance to the drapers or the team that makes the costumes, places where we could put lycra or stretch or adjust the costume pieces that way. It gives me great joy and satisfaction to see the final product. My job is to look at the costumes on the dancers from a step away, because when we're looking in the fitting room, you're looking at the costumes this close. And what we need to make sure is the costumes are registered from the stage all the way to the back of the opera house, even down to little small details as the line. We want to make sure that this trim could be seen from far away.
A lot of the costumes are costumes that are borrowed from other companies. Sometimes you'll see a costume with a famous dancer's name in it from another company, and then you go, oh, this is my costume, and there's kind of this shared experience now that you're having.
When you're on stage at the Boston Opera House and the lights come on and you can see the crowd, describe that feeling for us.
For me, and I think for a lot of the dancers in the company, we feel very calm in those moments because we prepare so much. So you kind of get out on stage and you feel a sense of ease because you've done the work at this point. You've put yourself through all of the major physical challenges and you've risen above that. So you get on stage and you go, this is actually my opportunity now to show people what I've been working on.
To see the dancers develop and see them grow from very good, talented dancers to exceptional artists of maturity and brilliance. At the end of the day, they are really masters of their craft.
I look back over all the experiences that I've had here and I go, wow, I'm so fortunate to be able to dance here and work with these people. And a lot of my friends and family, they follow Boston Ballet on social media and they follow all the programs that we do and they watch in amazement. And I feel like I can have pride because when people see those things, they understand what ballet is. And that for me is the most humbling thing, and it also pushes me to want to be better every day.
What does the future of Boston Ballet look like?
Bright. The lineup that we have for the next 3-4 years of the choreographers that I know that are coming, sort of the dream team to work. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to having major fun with our audiences. And the biggest fun and excitement for me is when we can put a piece of art in front of the audience and they've never seen anything like it and they get to fall in love yet one more time.
Coming up next, we're heading to Sudbury to visit an historic inn serving visitors for over 300 years and counting. When New England Living returns after this.